Corsair is no stranger to 10 keyless and entry-level gaming keyboards. So they combine these two features and we have a $79 board that promises to be perfect for gaming without breaking the bank. Hello people, Sunny here with Maxima PC and today we have the Corsair K63. So without the delay, let's see what it has to offer. To start off, it was a surprise for me to not see any extra goodies in the package. No extra keycaps, no wrist test, nothing. Just some manuals and that's it. Not a good start, shall we say. Design-wise, the board fares well. It's definitely not a minimal design, but it's compact nonetheless. The plastic frame is really without any flex and does have some weight to it. At the top we have the dedicated media keys, a brightness control key, Windows key lock and the volume buttons. Honestly, I prefer a ruler or a dial instead of the buttons, but at this price point I can't really complain. Under the keys there's a red base plate that helps the light to spread evenly, but it also means that cleaning will now require more effort than before. I'm not a big fan of the big font used by Corsair in most of the new keyboards. It just looks weird and too bold, but on a positive note, it does make the lighting to pop out from the background. Towards the bottom we get a very basic layout with just a pair of adjustable feet. Sure, you don't need much here, but I would love if Corsair can bring the cable groove from the K95 Platinum to other boards as well, especially the 10 keyless boards, because it will work really nice with the compact and space efficient nature of the 10 keyless design. Moving on, we have the cable. I believe Corsair missed big time here by not including a removable cable design. The previous K65 had this, so why not this? Still, the cable is fairly flexible and easy to manage. It's not braided, but I think it will do the job. As I said earlier, you don't get any wrist rest with the board, but there are slots for adding one, so I believe you can get one directly from Corsair themselves. Let's talk about the keys and the switches now. The keys are made of standard ABS plastic, nothing fancy, but they will definitely get the job done. Apart from the font, I don't believe there's anything to complain about, especially at this price point. So the K63 uses Cherry MX threads, and unfortunately that's the only option available for the time being. The MX threads lie somewhere between the blues and the faster speeds. They provide good balance for both typing and gaming. These switches are not extremely sensitive like the MX speeds, but still light enough to go for some fast touch typing. There's also support for 100% anti-ghosting and full key rollover. Always good to have it. And while we are at it, here's a sound test for you guys. The switches are linear, but still they are quite loud, but that's the nature of the mechanical switches. Not as loud as the blues, but still loud. Corsair always had an edge in terms of lighting, and with the K63 it's no different. There's only one thing different, is that it is not RGB. It's only red this time, but other than that every effect and function is still available here. There's perky lighting. You have full control over the lighting options through the Q software. In terms of uniformity and vibrancy, the keys score very high. No doubt, the red base plate really works to seal the deal here. But I just wish that it actually had more color options. Not everyone loves the red scheme. So if it was available in something like white or blue, then I'm sure it will be more accessible for more buyers. And I hope Corsair is planning something for other options as well. Finally, let's talk about the Q software. It's fairly easy to use. There's not anything too complex going around. There are two modes, advanced and basic. Basic options has presets, whereas through the advanced option you can create your custom effects and custom macros as well. There are three tabs for macros, actions, performance, and finally the lighting option. Everything is well labeled out, and the only thing missing here is a proper help guide. The help feature is pretty much useless on this software, so you gotta dig around yourself, but once you get a hang of it, it's easy to create some very cool effects. So time for conclusion now. When everything considered, Corsair K63 makes for a compelling option. The Cherry MX sets are dependable, the lighting options are capable, and the overall feel and functions are right up to the mark. But that's the main complaint here, I believe. It's too basic, at least for a Corsair board. The lack of wrist rest may be a deal breaker for some, and there's nothing extra included in the package. Something like an inclusion of a USB pass-through or a simple removable cable design will be a good option. Apart from that, there's nothing wrong and nothing to worry about for this keyboard. If a simple and a no-frills budget keyboard is all you need, then the K63 is a great option at $79. So thanks for watching guys, that's it for this time and we will see you in the next one.